In this video, we are going to discuss about the grid in CSS. Grid is used to design the responsive layout in a very simple way. And you can see here the different property in the grid. This is the, you can say, advanced portion of the flex. We have already discussed about the flex. If you haven't watched that flex video yet, then you can watch that flex video at first and you will understand some concept and some layout design at first, and you can come to this video and you will understand it more about it, or you can continue this video. At first, we will discuss about this different property in the grid. I have created here one file named as grid.html, and I have named as grid here. After that, I want to create here some div, like the div, and then the class name as grid container, grid container. And inside this div, I want to create another div and the class name as child. And I want to create here the 3 div here. I want to name it as 1, and then the 2, CW2, and then the TSRE3. Also, I want to style my main class here, that is grid, and then the container, grid container. And also, I want to give here the background color as gray. And inside the child, so I want to select the child here, and I want to give here the background color as blue violet, and then the margin as 20 pixel, and padding as 10 pixel. If I run this code by pressing on the Go Live options from here, I'm clicking on the Go Live options. This coding running here, and I got this 3 div here, 1, 2, and 3. At first, I want to show you some important things in CSS, or you can say the in a grid. At first, let's understand about the column and the row. Column means this vertical line, okay? Column is this vertical line. If you see any table in HTML or any other part, then there is a column and then the row concepts. So as you know that the column means the vertical line and row means the horizontal line. If you see here is a 3 row here, 1, 2, and the 3. This is row. And we can create here column in a grid. Okay, we can create the column by defining our specific width here. And also, if we talk about the column gap, that is the gap between the 2 columns. And if we talk about the row gap, that is the gap between the 2 rows. You can see here, this is the row gap. Okay, this is the gap between the 2 rows. But I'm providing here the margin, so it shows me the gap here. But also you can defining by manually by yourself by providing some pixels value here. So it means that column gap means the gap between the column, row gap means gap between the row, and also there is a column line and the row line. The line between the column is known as the column line, and if you talk about the row line, that is the line between the row. Okay, so at first I want to go to again into the VS Code, and I want to create some column here. So before that, we have to use here the display property, and then we have to give value as grid, because we are gonna send the grid property in CSS. So you can see here, this is my output. And if I want to type here the inline grid, what will be the output? Okay. At first, I want to change the inline, and then the grid, inline, and then the grid. Okay, inline grid grid. If I go to here, now you can see here, this is try to put all these things as much space as required. Okay. After that, I want to just change into the inside the grid value here. And after that, I want to make some columns here. So to make the column, we have to use the grid and then the template columns. And at first column, I want to give the 100 pixel value. Second column also 100 pixel, and third column also 100 pixel. If I go to browser, I got this 100 pixel, and the 100 pixel. If I want to change into the 300 pixel, then you will feel the changes here. Okay, 300 pixel and then the 300 pixel. Now you can see I got the 300 pixel, and 300 pixel. Also, I can use here the auto value so that it will take all the remaining space from here. You can see in a three position. And also, I can use the percentage. Like if I type the 50%, then it will take the remaining 50% from here. So in this way, it will take the 50% from here. And likewise, you can use the same property for the column, grid, and then the template, and then the for the rows. Okay, I'm writing here the 100 pixel for first row, 100 pixel for second row, and the 100 pixel for third row. I got this 3 rows here, but I haven't any div here, so that it just consume the white space here. If I add some again div here by copying this code from here, if I add the 4 and then the 5 and then the 6, okay, and then the 6, you can see here I got this 2 row here. I also want to add one more row here, okay, so that I can copy here and then I have to give the value as 7, and then the 8, and then the 9. Okay. And if I go to the browser, now you can see I got this 3 row and then the 3 column. Now I want to show the justify content. If you have watched my previous video that is related to the flex, then we have already discussed about the justify content, and this is the same as before. Okay. So at first I want to decrease this div from here. I just want to put inside the comment by pressing Ctrl K C. Okay. And then I just want to show you the justify content at first. Justify and then content. Okay. And if I put the justify content as start, then it will goes into the start position. Also, I want to decrease this size from 100 pixel, 300 into the 100 pixels, so that you can feel the changes here. 100 pixel and then the 100 pixel and also the 100 pixel. Okay. At last also 100 pixel. So you can see here 100 pixel, 100 pixel, 100 pixel. If I put this justify content as start, this is the default value, so it will start at the position. And if I put in the center position, now you can see this item goes into the center position. Likewise, if I touch here the end, then this item goes into the end position from here. So likewise, if I want to write here the justify, okay, space around, then you can see here all the element here gets the equal space. So before if you talk about the one element here, it gets the 50% left side space and the 50% space from the right side. Likewise, in 2, it gets 50% from the left side space and 50% from the right side space. And also same as the 3. Okay. So if I type here the space between, then you can see here, I will get the equal space between the element. I will just get the space between the element. Okay. And if I type here the evenly, then you can see here I got the equal space in all sides. At first position, if you see, this has the equal space with all remaining space. Okay. Okay. Now we have talked about the justify content. Now let's talk about the align content. Okay. Align, and then the content. And the justify content is for the horizontal alignment, and align content is for vertical alignment. At first, just uncomment this part from here. So take Ctrl K C. You can see here I got this 3 row here. I just want to increase the height from here, and to increase the height, I have to give here the height property. So HEIGST height as 500 pixel, HEIGST, okay, HEIGST height as 500 pixel. And if I write here the align content as start position, and this is the default, now this is in the start position. If I want to change the start into the center, okay, C and P at center, now it goes into the center position. Likewise, if I type here the end, it goes into the end position vertically. Also, I can use all the property values same as the justify content value. Okay. If I type here the space around, now you can see here the same as the horizontal way, but I got the space upper part of the 3 element and then the below part of the 3 element. It divides the 50% space here. And likewise, if I type here this space between, it only contain the space between the element. And if I change into the equally, or you can say the evenly, then I got the equal space in all part of this element, all side of this element. In this way, you can use the align content. I want to remove this part again from here. I just want to put inside the comment section. Now I got this 3D from here. If I want to merge the 2 row or the 2 column, at first let's merge the 2 column here. I want to merge 1 and 2 column from here. Then I can use here another property. We have already discussed about this property from here. We can use the grid column property to merge the column here. So at first I want to write here the column merge, but I have to give here the ID also here so that I can identify my ID. So ID is equals to 1. Okay, I'm putting the ID is to 1. And if I want to merge this div here, then I just have to state the ID is equals to, okay, ID name as 1. And if I type here the column, okay, grid column or something, what is the name there? Grid column, okay, grid column, GRID grid, and then the column. And if I type here, at first I have to give the starting position, that is the first column. I want to merge the first column and then this second column. Then I have to give the first value as, this is the first column, and in this second column and third column, okay. I have to give 1/3. Then it will merge the 2 column here. You can see here, this 1 is merged into the 2. So likewise, I can just simply give the value or span value here. If I type here, if I want to merge the two column, then I can simply write here span 2. And in this way also, it will give the same output. If I want to merge the row, then I have to write here the column row, sorry, grid row. And I have to give the starting row as 1. If I want to merge the first row and second row, then I have to give the first row as 1. And second row as you can see here, first, second, and third. Okay, I have to give 1/3. And if I go to here, now you can see here 2 row are merged here. Likewise, also I can give here the span value. I want to merge the 2 row here. Then I can simply type span 2. Okay, this gives me the same output. This is all about the how we can merge row in column. Also, if I want to merge, okay, I want to remove this from here. If I want to merge this certain area, like starting to this area to into this 6th area, if I want to merge 2 column and the 2 row at the same time, then how can I do such things in CSS using the grid property? So at first I have to use here the grid area property, okay, grid area. And first of all, I want to provide here the starting position. If I want to start from the first row and first column, okay, this is the first row and the first column. And what is the in position? This is this first, second, third row, and then the first, second, third, fourth column. It means third row and the fourth column, slash third row and the fourth column. If I go to here, now I got these 2 row merged here, 2 row and column merged here, okay. So also I can define likewise, we have to provide the starting position by providing the 1/1 or whatever be the position. But I can define there the merge value span as I want to span 2 row and also I want to span the fourth column. Okay. So if I go to the here, now if I go to here, I can see here all the part is merged here. But okay, I want to merge with the 2 row and 2 column. Okay, 2 row and 2 column, or I can give 2 row and the 3 column. Okay, 2 row and 3 column. You can see here, I'm just merging the 2 row and the 3 column here. In this way also, I can merge a specific area. But I'm going to show you the one important, the CSS property, CSS, the grid property, that is the grid template area. So it means we can design the layout by using the grid template area. At first, I want to search here the grid layout design example. Okay, and I want to click on the image here, and I will show you the one design. I want to choose one layout design from here. So okay, layout design CSS I'm sourcing, and I will source one layout and I will create that layout. Okay, this is the simple layout. This is header, sidebar, and content and footer. If I want to create this layout from here, if I create this layout, then you can design the other layout by yourself also. So you can see here, it's a one header, one sidebar, one content in the footer. It means we need the 4 div here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we need the 4 div. So, and also if we talk about the row, we need the 1 row for the header, 1 row for the sidebar and content, and 1 row for the footer. So we need the 3 row here. And if you talk about the column, we can give the 2 for the sidebar and 4 for the content. It means we can create here the 4 column here, or we can divide the column according to our requirement, how much space we need for the content in sidebar. So I'll give all the column value, 6 column for the header, 2 column for the sidebar, and 4 column for the content, and 6 column for the footer. Okay, so I'll design this simple layout using the grid property. So first of all, let's go to here and let's put only the 4 div here, 4 div here. Okay, I want to remove this div from here, and then I have to give here the ID for each div. So ID is equals to 2, and also ID is equals to 3, and also ID is equals to 4. Okay, so I'm creating here the 4 div here. At first, I have to give here the grid area for each. Grid area for each ID. Grid area for this one ID is shader, and then another ID is 2, and grid area for 2 is grid area for 2 is I have to share sidebar. Okay, sidebar, and the grid area for 3 is for grid, and then the area is for content. Okay, and if we talk about the 4, we are 4, and if I talk about the grid area for 4 is the footer, 4 DR footer. And after defining this grid area here, you just have to remove this part. I just want to remove this from here, and you have to define here the grid template areas. And inside this grid template areas, you have to write inside the quotation. You have to give here, okay, you have to give here the first quotation, and you can define the header at first. I did the 6-column header value, okay? So I am copying the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6. After that header, I have to use this sidebar for 2. Then again quotation, and then just to below down, just copy this sidebar from here and just put the 1 and then 2. And after that, I need the content for 4 times, okay? So I'm copy pasting that content into 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And after the content, I need the footer for the 6 times. So just below, I need the quotation and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And also if you want to give here some in the sidebar content, okay, in the sidebar content, you can give the height here, okay, as 200 pixel, HCI, GST, HCI, height as 200 pixel. And if you go to the browser here, grid in CSS, now we got, okay, this is not the output. So if you go to the grid here, now I got the 1, 2, 3, and the 4, okay? So in this way, you can design your layout. If you want to change the exact name from here, like this is for the heading, this is for the header, sorry, this is for the header, and this is for the, okay, this is for what? This is for, I think, sidebar, and this is for the content, and this is for the footer, okay? And if you go to here, now you can design this simple layout using the grid property in a very simple way. This is for header, this is for sidebar, this is for content, this is for footer. You can align your text into the center. Then just type here inside, just text align, okay? Text align center. And if you go to here, now text is aligned into the center. And you got this simple layout designing using the grid property in CSS. If you get any confusion regarding this video, you can ask me in the comment section. If you are new to this channel, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe this channel. Thank you so very much.